Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the month of October. The session will be quite interesting. In this video we will be discussing 100 plus important MCQs for the October month. If you are new to our channel and haven't subscribed to our students, do subscribe as we are one-stop solution for current affairs. The content we provide on daily basis is top-notch and it is very interesting and it will be very beneficial for all the competitive exams. We make sure that we upload the video 5 a.m. in the morning. That is your daily current affairs. We make sure to upload topic wise videos regularly. We upload weekly videos and now this is the monthly video that will be very beneficial for the competitive exams. So let's start with our section. Welcome to Affairs Cloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find our Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will be getting daily, weekly and monthly current affairs on regular basis. You can use code Vikas10 to get additional 10% discount while purchasing the course. This video is available both in English and Hindi. The timestamp for both English and Hindi are mentioned in the description of each video. You can contact us on the number provided or mail provided. Also follow us on Telegram and Instagram, and the link for the same is provided in the description of each video. Also students, we have started a new initiative that is of handwritten notes. It is helpful to understand the news daily, time saving and very useful for your revision. We aims to cover 15 questions via handwritten notes in upcoming bank exams. These handwritten notes are available on daily current affairs content PDF at our mobile application and website careerscloud.in. Only our Crack Current Affairs subscribers will be able to access these handwritten notes. A sample PDF of the handwritten notes will be available in the description. The first question is, which of the following points are correct with respect to the Global Renewable Energy Investors Meet and Expo, that is Reinvest 2024, that was held in Gandhinagar, Gujarat from 16th to 18th of September. If we look at the options, option A and option C are right, B is wrong. B is saying that during the Global Reinvest 2024, Rajasthan has topped in the overall renewable energy capacity achieved and wind power capacity achieved and categories. Is it Gujarat? It is Rajasthan that has secured the top position? No, it is actually Gujarat that has secured the top position here. Now the options are right. Next, according to the National Health Accounts estimates for India for 21-22, the share of the government health expenditure in the overall GDP of India has increased to 1.84% in 21-22 from 1.13% in 2014-15. Next, which country has topped the Asia Power Index 2024 edition that was released by Lowy Institute? Right, so this Asia Power Index, in this which country has secured the top position? It is United States of America that has secured the top position here. Then comes on second position is China, and our India stood at third position. Our India was at the third position here. Correct, take a note of this. Next, which country has recently become the first Caribbean nation to adopt India Popular Instant Payment Platform UPI? So which country in the Caribbean region became the first Caribbean nation to adopt the UPI? It is Trinidad and Tobago. TNT, they became the first Caribbean nation to adopt this UPI platform of our India. Next, when is World Tourism Day annually observed across the world? So World Tourism Day is observed on 27th of September. And this year it was the 44th edition of the World Tourism Day that was observed. And there is a theme for this, that is tourism and peace. This is the theme here for the World Tourism Day. And remember, it is Georgia country that has been chosen as the host country of this World Tourism Day. In which state Prime Minister Narendra Modi has recently virtually laid the foundation stone and commenced various projects worth 11,200 crore rupees? It will be in the state of Maharashtra, right? PM Modi inaugurated Pune Metro Station also, marking the completion of the first phase of the Pune Metro Rail project. Apart from this, PM Modi also laid the foundation stone for Swargate Katraj extension of Pune Metro Phase 1. This will be developed at a cost of 2,955 crore rupees. Apart from this, PM Modi also inaugurated Solapur Airport. Correct? Take a note of all these things. Next, which country has topped in the recently released Global Innovation Index by WIPO, that is World Intellectual Property Organization? So it is Switzerland that has recently topped in this index. This was the 17th edition of the Global Innovation Index released by WIPO. Our country, India, stood at 39th position here out of 133 economies. And it is Switzerland that has secured the first position for 14th consecutive time. Sweden was on the second position here, and USA was on the third position. Next, which country has recently been elected to the steering committee of the Global Operation Network of Anti-Corruption Law Enforcement Authorities, that is your GLOBE network in Beijing, China? So which country has been elected to the steering committee? It is our country, India, right? And this GLOBE network is basically to fight against the corruption globally, so that the countries can come together and eliminate corruption globally. And also here this GLOBE network was officially launched on June 3, 2021. Correct? And remember, this has one chair, one vice chair, and 13 members in the steering committee. Which organization or bank has recently provided a loan worth 31,673 crore rupees to Mumbai Metropolitan Region Development Authority to fast track the development of 9 key infrastructure project? It is PFC, Power Finance Corporation, right? So MMRDA, that is Mumbai Metropolitan Region Development Authority, they secured a loan worth 31,673.79 crore rupees from Power Finance Corporation under Ministry of Power to fast track the development of 9 key infrastructure projects in Mumbai Metropolitan Region. Next is name the cricketer who has been announced or who has announced retirement from all the forms of cricket. So Dwayne Bravo, right? He's a West Indies player. He's 40 years of age and he has announced retirement from all the forms of cricket. Right? Take a note of this. And now he has been appointed as the mentor of Kolkata Knight Riders also. Do remember this. Next, name the Oscar-winning British actor known for her role in Harry Potter's film series who recently passed away at the age of 89. So she is Maggie Smith, right? She recently passed away. She was famously known for her Harry Potter roles in the role in the Harry Potter series. Correct? And she has recently passed away. Next, name the renowned Indian author whose first memoir title Mother Mary Comes to Me is set to release in September 2025. So Arundhati Roy, right? Renowned Indian author and 1997 book prize winner Arundhati Roy set to publish her first memoir, and the title of the memoir is Mother Mary Comes to Me. This book will be published by Penguin Random House. Next, which ministry has organized the third edition of the World Food India from 19th to 22nd September in New Delhi? So, which ministry has organized the third edition of the World Food India? It is Ministry of Food Processing Industries, right? So, this is the third edition of the Ministry of, this is the third edition of the World Food India. That is a biennial mega food event that is organized by Ministry of Food Processing Industries. And it was held from 19th to 22nd of September. Where was it held? Location, it was held at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi. And the aim of this World Food India is basically to innovate, come up with new technology, focus on sustainability in the food processing sector. Then there is a theme for this third edition of World Food India, that is Processing for Prosperity. Right? This is the theme. Processing for Prosperity is the theme for the World Food India. Next, which department or ministry implements Make in India program which completes a decade in September 2024? So, it is Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion. Correct? And it is Make in India, the flagship scheme of the Government of India that has completed 10 years of its completion. PM Modi launched this Make in India when it was launched in 2014 in September month by Prime Minister Narendra Modi at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi. This was launched. And as the name suggests, Make in India, here the focus was to manufacture the goods in India only that we used to import from different parts of the world, and we wanted to become self-sustainable so that we don't have to depend on other nations for various goods and services. Right, take a note of this. Here you will be seeing PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan has played a very important role. Production linked incentive scheme has played a very important role. Then FDI also increased in India, that also played a very important and crucial role for this Make in India. Next, which company has recently received the approval from Ministry of Corporate Affairs to establish a joint venture named Aero Systems Private Limited in collaboration with Israel Aerospace Industries Limited? So it is Bharat Electronics Limited, that is BEL. They have recently received the approval from Ministry of Corporate Affairs to set up a joint venture by the name Aero Systems Private Limited in collaboration with IAI, that is Israel Aerospace Industries Limited. Here Bharat Electronics Limited, they will hold 40% in this joint venture, and IAI, they will be holding 60% in this joint venture. This joint venture will operate both in India and Israel, and this joint venture will provide repair and maintenance for medium range surface to air missile systems. I repeat, for medium range surface to air missile systems. Next, with which country India has recently signed 12 memorandum of understandings for high impact community development projects? So it is with Nepal that India has signed 12 MOUs for high impact community development projects. These will include your projects related to health, education, then drinking water, agriculture, promoting the culture, renewable energy, solar energy, and so on. Who has been recently awarded the 2024 Sastra Ramanujan Prize by Shanmuga Art, Science, Technology and Research Academy, that is Shastra Academy. So Alexander Dunn, right, he has been awarded the 2024 Sastra Ramanujan Prize by Shanmuga Art, Science, Technology and Research Academy. Where is this academy? It is in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Oh sorry, this is in Thanjavur, Tamil Nadu. Which ministry has recently organized the 8th edition of the India Water Week from 17th to 20th of September in New Delhi? So it is Ministry of Jal Shakti that has organized the 8th edition of India Water Week. Where was this organized? Location? Bharat Mandapam, that is in New Delhi. And there is a theme for this that you can remember: partnership and cooperation for inclusive water development and management. Next is name the joint military exercise that was held between India and Kazakhstan that was recently commenced in Oli, Uttarakhand. So this is the location that you need to remember, and it was held between which two countries? India and Kazakhstan. What is the name of that exercise? The exercise is Kazind. KAZ for Kazakhstan, IND for India. And where was held it? It was held in Oli, Uttarakhand. Right? And this was the 8th edition of the exercise. Next, under which mission Jal Hi Amrit scheme was recently launched by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs to promote effective water management? It is Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation. The government has also approved 3 metro projects that are worth 31,000 crore rupees. That will be Bengaluru Metro Phase 3, Thane Internal Ring Road Metro, and southward extension of Pune Metro Rail project. Apart from this, government is also focusing on recycling and processing of water in both rural and urban areas through the Jal Hi Amrit scheme. Next, who is topped in the 2024 Hurun India Under 35 list released by Hurun India in September 2024? So who has topped it? It was topped by Ankush Sachdeva. Ankush Sachdeva, he is 31 years of age. He is an IIT Kanpur graduate, and he is the Chief Executive Officer of ShareChat and Moj. These are India's social applications, and he is also the youngest entrepreneur who is featured on this list. On second position is Nitish Sharda, 31 years of age and ranked second in this list. Next, which veteran actor will be honored with the 54th Dadasaheb Phalke Lifetime Achievement Award at the 70th National Film Awards ceremony? So Mithunda, that is Mithun Chakrabarti, will be honored with Dadasaheb Phalke Lifetime Achievement Award. It is for his contribution to the Indian cinema. He will be the 54th recipient of this award, And this award was announced by Ashwini Vaishnav, who is our Union Minister of Information and Broadcasting. And this Dadasai Phalke Award will be presented during the 70th National Film Awards. Right, if we talk about Mithun Chakrabarti, he has been honored with Padma Bhushan in 2024. That is the India's third highest civilian award. Next, when is World Environmental Health Day observed every year across the world? It is 26th of September that we observe World Environmental Health Day across the globe. There is a theme, that is environmental health, creating resilient communities through disaster risk reduction and climate change mitigation and adaptation. Also, if we talk about World Environment Day, it is observed on 5th of June, and World Environmental Health Day on 26th September. Next, which department under the Ministry of Finance has kept the interest rate on small saving schemes unchanged for the third quarter of FY25? It is Department of Economic Affairs, right, that comes under Ministry of Finance, that has kept the interest rate on these small saving schemes unchanged for the third quarter of FY25. What is India's position at recently released World Talent Ranking 2024 by Institute for Management Development? So India stands at 58th position here. India stands at 58th position in the World Talent Ranking released by IMD, that is Institute for Management Development. And this was the 11th edition of this World Talent Ranking that has been released. Which is the country that secured the first position? It is Switzerland, that has secured the first position for the 11th consecutive time. Next, who among the following has been appointed as the new external members of RBI's Monetary Policy Committee? So if we look at them, all three of them has been recently appointed as the new external members of RBI's Monetary Policy Committee. Next, who has been recently appointed as the acting governor of Mizoram during the absence on leave of the incumbent governor, Dr. Hari Babu Khampati? So, Indra Sena Reddy Nalu, right? He is the governor of Tripura and he has been appointed as the acting governor of Mizoram. Next, which ministry has recently rolled out the pilot phase of Prime Minister's Internship Scheme 2024 to generate 1 crore internships by March 2029? So, which is that ministry? It is Ministry of Corporate Affairs that has rolled out a pilot phase of Prime Minister's Internship Scheme to generate 1 crore internships by March 2029. And for this, you will be seeing multiple startups has been contacted and 800 crore rupees of budget has been allocated to provide these internships. In this internship, 5,000 rupees per month stipend will be provided to those individuals. Next, who gave a warm send-off to 7,000 km Vayu Veer Vijeta car rally from New Delhi to mark the 92nd anniversary of the Indian Air Force? He is our Defence Minister. Rajnath Singh gave a warm send-off to the 7,000 km Vayu Veer Vijeta car rally. Question can be asked about the name of the car rally from New Delhi to mark the 92nd anniversary of the Indian Air Force. What is the name of that car rally? Vayu Veer Vijeta car rally. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to 79th session of United Nations General Assembly held from 10 to 30th of September in New York? If we look at the options, option A and option C are right, B is wrong. B is saying that the Science Summit 2024 was organized by the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research and its partners from 10 to 27th of September 2024. Absolutely right. And one more thing, sorry, this is wrong. I correct, this is wrong. Why this is wrong? Because this summit was organized by whom? Not CSIR. It was organized by ISC, that is International Science Council, and it was held from 10 to 27th of September. And here remember Philemon Yang, right? The former Prime Minister of Cameroon was the president of this 79th United Nations General Assembly session. Next, who has recently visited Vientiane in Laos from 20 to 21st of September to participate in the 21st Asian India Economic Ministers Meet and the 12th East Asia Summit Economic Ministers Meet? So who attended this? It was attended by Piyush Goyal. He is our Union Minister of Commerce and Industry. Next is which organization has recently received affiliate membership from International Medical Device Regulators Forum? It is Central Drug Standard Control Organization, right? and they have received the affiliate membership from the International Medical Device Regulators Forum. With this membership, the India's response or India's participation in the globally medical device regulation will enhance, right? Because we know during COVID-19, India was a country that helped a lot of countries globally during that time in the medical devices, medical equipments, and various other products also. So now India has recently, or this Central Drug Standard Control Organization has received this affiliated membership from International Medical Device Regulators Forum. Next is, which state has recently signed an MOU with REC Limited for the financial support of 3 lakh crore for infrastructure project. So which state has signed this MOU? It is Rajasthan, and here you will be seeing 3 lakh crore rupees infrastructure support or financial support for the infrastructure projects will be provided here, and you will be seeing various power sector, your infrastructure sector, your new schools, education related, your hospitals, right? These infrastructure will be worked upon here. Better roads will be there, better highways will be there. Which of the following points are correct with respect to the approval of Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi? If we look at the options, option A and option B are right. C is wrongly mentioned here. C is saying that the Union Cabinet has approved to provide the status of classical language to Hindi, Pali, Prakrit, Assamese, Bengali languages. Is it so? In this, remember, the right option, or this is wrong, right? So it has given the status of classical language not to Hindi but Marathi, correct? Pali, Prakrit, Assamese and Bengali language, right? This is the right option here. Now all the options are right. Next, which initiative completed their 3-year journey on 27th of September 2024 that was launched to build a comprehensive digital health ecosystem in India? So the main aim here is basically to initiate a digital health ecosystem in India, and the name of that mission is Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, right? This is a flagship scheme of the Government of India which emerged from National Health Policy of 2017, and Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, it has completed successfully 3 years. So we can say it was Prime Minister Narendra Modi who launched this Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission when it was launched in September 2021, and now in September 2024 it has completed 3 years. Also remember, this Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, it is being implemented by which authority? National Health Authority, that comes under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. So far under this Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, remember, Ayushman Bharat health accounts have been created and more than 67 crore Ayushman Bharat health accounts have been created. Also, National Health Authority, they have also launched a WhatsApp chatbot that will be a user-friendly platform that will be helping and providing details related to Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission. Next, National Quantum Mission has recently selected premier institutions to establish Dash in India. First of all, remember, in quantum means at a very small scale, right? Very small. In this, there are two things that I want you to remember. Qubits, right? There are multiple qubits. Say for example, when we are dealing with 0 and 1, right? These are binary numbers, right? We are dealing with either 1 or 0 in various computer languages, right? In quantum, we talk about qubits, right? And we also know there are quantum computers. These quantum computers, they have very fast processing speed. Multiple years of processing done by a small computer can be done through this quantum computer in just a matter of minutes. So question asked is that this National Quantum Mission has recently selected premier institution to establish what? It is to establish thematic hubs in India. This will include the establishment of 4 thematic hubs, right, in India. These will basically help to bridge the gap between the research and industry and will promote innovation. Next, which state has recently received $162 million loan? $162 million. This is a loan. Question asked is which state has received this loan, and it was given by Asian Development Bank basically to enhance the tourism in that particular state. So Himachal Pradesh has received this $162 million loan, and it was received by Asian Development Bank, and the aim here is to promote tourism. In Himachal Pradesh, selected areas such as your Mandi, Hamirpur, Kullu and Kangra district, these will be promoted, and here renovations will be carried out of various public spaces so that it can become tourism friendly and it can also attract more in tourism in Himachal Pradesh. Who was jointly awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 2024 with American development biologist Victor Ambrose for the discovery of microRNA. So we are talking about the Nobel Prize in the field of physiology or medicine. So who has been honored with this award? Right option is Gary Bruce Ruvkun. Right, he is an American development biologist, right, and along with him, remember one more, that is Victor Ambrose and Gary Bruce Ruvkun. They were jointly awarded with the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine by the Stockholm Institute, that is in Sweden. And why were they awarded? They were awarded for the discovery of microRNA and their role in the post-transcriptional gene regulation. Next, which state's traditional products have recently received the GI tag by the GI registry? So recently it is the state of Assam, in which the GI registry has registered or given 8 products the GI tag from Assam. Right? If we talk about them, Joe Guaran, Maibra, Joe Bidwi, Joe Gishi, right? These are the variants of the rice beer that have been recently granted with the GI tag, and a total of 8 products have been granted here GI tag. One of them is Narzi. Narzi is basically semi-fermented dish made with the jute leaves. Next, which organization or ministry has recently launched Anna Darpan, that is a new digital platform that will replace the Depot online system. So it is FCI, Food Corporation of India. They have recently launched this Anna Darpan. Right, take a note of this. This is a microservice based integrated supply chain management system that has been known as Anna Darpan. And here remember, it has been launched as a comprehensive digital platform initiative to modernize the existing supply chain management system, that is your Depot online system. And this will streamline basically the supply chain operation and also the services including mandis, mills, depots, divisional level, regional level, zonal level and so on. Next, which country's bilateral investment treaty, that is BIT, with India has been conferred from 31st of August 2024? It is with UAE, right? BIT, important, very important students, take a note of this. BIT, that is bilateral investment treaty, it has been signed between India and UAE and it came into effect from 31st of August 2024. And this was signed in Abu Dhabi in January 2024. But this treaty will replace the earlier BIPPA, right? This was signed earlier between India and UAE in September. Basically, that was Bilateral Investment Promotion and Protection Agreement, and it has been replaced by BIT now, right? And also India's ODI, that is Overseas Direct Investment in UAE, stands at $15.26 billion from April 2020 to August 2024. Who was jointly awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics with British-Canadian computer scientist Geoffrey Hinton for foundational discoveries and inventions that enable machine learning with artificial neural network. So, along with Geoffrey Hinton, the right option is John Hopfield, along with Geoffrey Hinton, has been awarded with the Nobel Prize in Physics. Next, which program was organized to commemorate the successful completion of 10 years of Swachh Bharat mission in New Delhi on 2nd of October 2024? So, which program was organized? It is Swachh Bharat Divas, right? Prime Minister Narendra Modi participated in Swachh Bharat Divas program that was held at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi on the occasion of 155th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. And the program was organized to commemorate the successful completion of 10 years of Swachh Bharat mission. Next, who among the following were jointly awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry 2024 by Royal Swedish Academy of Science in Stockholm, Sweden? So if we look at the option, all these three options are rightly mentioned here. David Becker, Demis Hassabis and John Jumper. They were jointly awarded with the Nobel Prize in Chemistry 2024 by the Royal Swedish Academy of Science in Stockholm, Sweden. Next, name the organization or ministry that has recently approved Lunar Polar Exploration Mission, that is LUPEX, right? Fifth lunar mission of India. So LUPEX was launched by National Space Commission, NSC. Correct, take a note of this. And this will be conducted in collaboration between ISRO and JAXA. This is also important question can be asked. LUPEX is a joint venture or it is a mission that is between which two space organization? It is ISRO and JAXA. Here this LUPEX mission, it aims for a lunar surface duration of up to 100 days. And what does LUPEX stands for? Lunar Polar Exploration Mission. Next, Padma awardee Ratan Naval Tata, the chairman emeritus of Tata Sons, recently passed away in Mumbai, Maharashtra. In which year Ratan Tata was honored with Padma Vibhushan? So it was in 2008 that Ratan Tata ji was honored with Padma Bhushan, and he has recently passed away at the age of 86 in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Then one more thing, remember, he was honored with Padma Bhushan when? That is the third highest civilian honor. It was honored, or Ratan Tata ji was honored in 2000 with Padma Bhushan. Next, who is the author of recently released memoir titled The England Chronicles? So Brain Charles Lara. Next, who has recently entered into a $200 billion club and became the world's fourth richest person in the world? So owner of Meta, that is Mark Zuckerberg. He has reached and he has been in a club of $200 million or $200 billion club, right? And he became the fourth richest person in the world. Who is the richest person? Elon Musk. Next is, which of the following points are correct with respect to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Maharashtra on 5th of October? If we look at the options, option A and C are right, B is wrong. B is saying that he inaugurated 6 solar parks with a total capacity of 19 megawatt across Maharashtra under Mukhyamantri Saur Krushi Vahini Yojana 2.0 in the Wasim district of Maharashtra. So is it correct? No, not 6 solar parks but 5 solar parks were recently inaugurated by him. Now all the options are rightly mentioned. Which bank has recently partnered with International Finance Corporation to provide a loan worth $500 million to help develop a blue finance market in India? It is Axis Bank Limited, right? Axis Bank, that is India's leading private sector bank. They have been provided with a loan worth $500 million, that is about 4,200 crore rupees, to help develop a blue finance market and scale up financing for green projects in India. Next, Hang Kang from South Korea won the Nobel Prize in which category? So Hang Kang from South Korea has won the Nobel Prize in literature. Take a note of this. And she became the first South Korean to win a Nobel Prize in literature. Next is, who is the only Indian police service officer selected for 2024 IACP 40 under 40 award? This is basically award given to the individuals, police officers who show bravery and who are in the favor, or basically who works towards the implementation of the law. So who is that only IPS officer? She is Pritipal Kaur. Next, which country has recently been officially declared free from trachoma, that is a contagious bacterial infection, by World Health Organization? It is our India. Take a note of this. And India became the third country in the Southeast Asian region after Nepal and Myanmar to secure this milestone. Next, what is the position of India at the Global Hunger Index with a score of 27.3? So India stands at 105th position in Global Hunger Index out of 127 countries. And India has been listed as under the category of serious. Next is which country's non-governmental organization, that is NGO, was awarded with the Nobel Peace Prize 2024. So which country's NGO was awarded with the Nobel Peace Prize? It was of Japan. The name of that NGO is Nihon Hidankyo, and basically this is an NGO that is made by the survivors of the atomic bombs from Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and they have awarded with this Nobel Peace Prize basically to make or to create awareness about a world free of nuclear weapons. Next, which satellite launch vehicle of ISRO has recently re-entered the Earth's atmosphere after 8 years of its launch? It is PSLV C-37. That is Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. Next, name the India's first female gymnast Olympian who has recently announced her retirement from professional competition. She is Deepa Karmakar. Right? She also won the bronze medal in 2014 and became the first Indian female gymnast to do so in the Commonwealth Games. She has been honored with Padma Shri in the field of sports in 2017, with Arjuna Award in gymnast in 2015 and Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratan Award in 2016. Next, when is Wildlife Week annually observed across India to raise awareness about the importance of wildlife conservation and protecting India's rich biodiversity? It is from October 2nd to October 8th. We observe Wildlife Week, right? And this year it marks the 70th edition of the Wildlife Week in India. And the theme for this is wildlife conservation through existence. Next, name the artificial intelligence model that was recently built by Meta, that is formerly known as Facebook, to generate video and audio from text prompts. So what is the name of that AI model? It is Movie Gen. Correct? And it can generate realistic video and audio clips based on the user prompts, demonstrating potential to rival AI tool startups like OpenAI, Runway, Even Labs, and so on. Next, which state government has recently got approval from the National Tiger Conservation Authority for the establishment of the state's second tiger reserve? So which is that state? It is Bihar. So Bihar will be getting their second tiger reserve. Which is the first tiger reserve? It is Valmiki Tiger Reserve. And now it will be getting their second tiger reserve, that is in the Kaimur Wildlife Sanctuary. That will be known as Kaimur Tiger Reserve. Next, who among the following is the winner of the Swengis Riksbank Prize in Economic Sciences in memory of Alfred Nobel? So this is your Nobel Prize in Economics. Let me write it here. Nobel Prize in Economics. Who has been awarded this with the Nobel Prize in Economics? So all three of them, Darren S. Muglu, Simon Johnson, and James Robinson, they have been awarded with the Nobel Prize in Economics. Next, who has recently been appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Bandhan Bank for a period of 3 years? So, Pratha Pratim Sengupta has been approved the appointment as the MD and CEO of Bandhan Bank Limited for the next 3 years. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Ratan Kesh. Next, which organization has delivered INS Nirdeshak, that is Yard 3026, the second of the 4 survey vessel ships to the Indian Navy? It is GRSE, Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited. Right? This is, they have delivered this INS Nirdeshak. That is Yard 3026, that is the second survey vessel of the 4 survey vessel large ships to the Indian Navy. Right? Next is, which country has recently approved the sale of 53 Mark 54 lightweight torpedoes all up rounds to India? It is USA. United States of America has approved the sale of 53 Mark 54 lightweight torpedoes to India. And these torpedoes will be used by MH-60R helicopters. Next, where was the 27th International Table Tennis Federation, that is Asian Table Tennis Championship, held from 7th to 13th of October 2024? It is Astana, Kazakhstan. Right? It was the 27th edition of the ITTF Asian Table Tennis Championship that was held in Astana, Kazakhstan. Like in this, remember one more thing, that India was at the 7th position in the medal tally, and it was Japan that has secured the first position in the medal tally with 8 medals. And India was at the 7th position with 3 bronze medals. Next, when is the United Nations World Space Week annually observed across the globe? It is from 4th to 10th of October. We observe World Space Week across the globe. And the theme for this is space and climate change. Right? And for the first time, it was the year 2000 in which this week was observed. Name the multinational maritime exercise in which Indian naval ship Talwar took part. INS Talwar took part in which multinational maritime exercise? It is named as IB Summer 8th exercise. This is the 8th edition of the IBS. IBS is your India, Brazil, and S is South Africa maritime exercise. Where was this held? Location? Or first thing, that it was held between the navies of these countries, right? And this exercise started on 6th of October and it will be running till 18th of October. Correct? And in this exercise, from India, it was INS Talwar that took part in this exercise. Right? Take a note of this. If we talk about RIMPAC, right, it is INS Shivalik that took part in this exercise, right, along with USA. It was held at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, USA. Next, RBI has recently announced that it has increased the UPI 123 pay transaction limit to 10,000 rupees and UPI Lite wallet limit to 5,000 rupees at their 51st Monetary Policy Committee meeting. Right, so this Monetary Policy Committee meeting was from 7th to 9th of October, and here this was the 9th edition. It was the 51st edition of this Monetary Policy Committee, where the 123 pay transaction limit has increased to 10,000 rupees and the UPI Lite wallet limit has been increased to 5,000 rupees. So the right option is option 1. Next, name the organization that has recently received the white label automated teller machine license from RBI. So it is after a very long time, after a gap of almost 10 years, that any organization has got this white label ATM license. It is Electronic Payment and Service Limited. What are white label ATMs? White label ATMs are those ATMs that are maintained and operated by non-bank entities. Next, who has been recently honored with the 2024 United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees Nansen Refugee Award Global Laureate? So, Sister Rosita Milesi has been honored with the United Nations Nansen Refugee Award. Try to take a note of this. And she was honored with this award for her work for the refugees and migrants of different nationalities in Brazil. Next, which IIT will host the India International Science Festival from 30th of November to 3rd of December? It is IIT Guwahati. Right? So IIT Guwahati, this is the 10th edition of the India International Science Festival that is scheduled to be hosted at IIT Guwahati from 30th of November to 3rd of December. And the theme of this festival is transforming India into a science and technology driven global manufacturing hub. Next, which country has recently become the 17th country to sign audio-visual co-production agreement with India to enhance collaboration in the film production? It is Colombia. Right? India and Colombia signed this audio-visual co-production agreement to enhance collaboration in film production. And here Colombia became the 17th country with which India has signed such an agreement. Next is, which organization has recently retained India's GDP growth forecast for the FY25 to 7% year on year? It is World Bank that has recently retained India's GDP for FY25 to 7%. And for FY26, they maintained this at 6.7%. If we talk about Moody's rating, right, they have projected it at 7.2%. Sorry, at 6.6% for calendar year 25. Next, the World Trade Organization has recently reduced their projection of world merchandise trade growth to just 3% in 2025. Right? Also, this remember, as per WTO, the export volume of Asia will grow faster than any other region in the world, increasing as much as 7.4% in 2024. Next, who has recently sworn in as the Chief Minister of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, and this is for the second time he has been appointed here, right? He is Umar Abdullah. Next, which small finance bank has recently appointed Olympic boxer Mary Kom and former captain of the Indian football team Sunil Chhetri as their brand ambassador? It is Utkarsh Small Finance Bank Limited. Next, name the Spanish tennis player who has recently announced his decision to retire from professional tennis after the Davis Cup 2024. This Davis Cup, it is related to tennis. Where it will be held in Spain. And the player we are talking about is also a Spanish player. He is Rafael Nadal. Right? He will take retirement now. Next, which ministry has implemented the PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan that completed 3 years of implementation on 13th of October? Which is that ministry? It is Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Right? It was launched on 13th of October by Prime Minister Narendra Modi at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi with an outlay of 100 lakh crore rupees. And the main aim of this plan is basically to enhance the logistics sector. United Nations General Assembly has recently elected 18 new members to which organization for a term of 2025 to 2027. So which is it? It is United Nations Human Rights Council, right? UNHRC. They have recently elected 18 new members to, or United Nations General Assembly has appointed 18 new members to the United Nations Human Rights Council for 3 years, that is from 2025 to 2027. And the 3-year term will begin from 1st of January 2025. Next, who has recently taken oath as the Chief Minister of Haryana? So, Nayab Singh Saini, he became the new Chief Minister of Haryana, and this will be his second term. Previously, in October 2020 till March to October 2024, he was also the Chief Minister of Haryana after Manohar Lal Khattar resigned from his position. Next, which organization has recently raised their shareholding in Bank of Maharashtra from 4.05% to 7.1% following a QIP? It is LIC, Life Insurance Corporation of India. They have recently raised their shareholding in the Bank of Maharashtra. Next, which division under the Ministry of Electronics and Information and Technology recently announced the partnership of Umang app with DigiLocker to provide citizens easy access to a wide range of government services? That is your National E-Governance Division, right? So they have announced their integration with Umang app along with DigiLocker. This Umang app, it is a mobile application that provides citizens with access to a variety of government services and information. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to the approval from Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 16th of October? If we look at the options, option B and C are right, A is wrong. A is saying that the Union Cabinet has approved a 5% increase in the dearness allowance to central government employees and dearness relief to the pensioners. So which is that ministry, or which is that ministry here? So remember, it is Union Cabinet that has approved not 3% but, or not 5% but 3% increase in DA and DR. DA is for the existing, dearness allowance is for the existing central government employees, and DR is for the pensioners. Next, which central public sector enterprise has recently upgraded as the 14th Maharatna CPSE by the Ministry of Finance? It is HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Right? HAL has been upgraded from Navratna to Maharatna CPSE. Right? And with this HAL, it became the 14th Maharatna. Next, which sanctuary has become or has been recently declared as the 8th Tiger Reserve of Madhya Pradesh? So it is Ratapani Wildlife Sanctuary, that is near Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh, and it has been declared as the 8th Tiger Reserve of Madhya Pradesh. Next, which organization has revealed that India has 129 million citizens living in extreme poverty in the report Poverty, Prosperity and Planet Report 2024, Pathways Out of Polycrisis, right? This is the name of the report. And which organization revealed that India has 129 million living in extreme poverty? So it is World Bank that has released this report. Next, which company has recently launched multi-purpose vessel yard number 18001 Indian naval ship Samarthak in Chennai, Tamil Nadu? So which company recently launched the multi-purpose vehicle yard number 18001 named INS Samarthak? It is L&T, Larsen and Toubro. Next, which ministry has recently celebrated the completion of 2 years of Tele-Manas? So it is Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. They celebrated the completion of 2 years of Tele-Manas. This national Mental Health program, right? This was launched on the World Mental Health Day, that is also Tele-Manas, Mental Health Assistance and Networking across states. So what is the full form of this Tele-Manas? I repeat, Mental Health Assistance and Networking across state. Next, which country has recently received the first ever rupee denominated line of credit worth 487.6 crore rupees from the Government of India for financing of a water pipeline replacement project? It is Mauritius, right? Apart from this, the project involves replacing nearly 100 kilometers of outdated water pipelines in Mauritius. Next, according to Maxwell, a global intellectual property management firm, India has been ranked 6th with 188 6G related patents. China is on the first position here with the maximum number of patents, that is almost 6001 6G related patents, followed by USA on second, South Korea on third, fourth is Japan, and European Union is fifth, and now sixth is our India. Next, who has recently taken charge as the 26th Director General of the Indian Coast Guard? So who recently take charge as the 26th Director General of Indian Coast Guard? Right option is Paramesh Shivamani. Right. Next, who has recently sworn in as the 8th President of Indonesia? So Prabowo Subianto, right? He has been sworn in as the 8th President of Indonesia. Next, who was recently appointed as the chairman of Sri Ratan Tata Trust, succeeding his half-brother Ratan Tata? So Noel Neville Tata, right? He has been appointed as the chairman of Sir Ratan Tata Trust. Where was the 23rd meeting of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Council of Head of Government held on 16th of October? So it is, where was this 23rd meeting held? So this 23rd meeting was held where? Tell me. This is your homework, right? This is your second question now. That is your homework. Next, which state has recently bagged the first prize in the category of the best state in the 5th National Water Awards? It is Odisha state that has recently bagged the first prize in the category of the best state in the 5th National Water Award. Next, which team has won the Women's T20 World Cup title 2024 held from 3rd to 20th of October in Dubai and Sharjah, UAE? So it is New Zealand's women cricket team that has won their first ever title of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Next, Supreme Court has recently upheld the constitutional validity of dash of the Citizenship Act of 1955, which recognized the Assam Accord. So Supreme Court has recently upheld the constitutional validity of Section 6A of the Citizenship Act of 1955, which recognized the Assam Accord. Instead of this 6A address, or basically this 6A section, it addresses the migrants from the East Pakistan, that is now Bangladesh right now, who have arrived after 1966 and between, or we can say from 1st of Jan 1966 to between 24th of March 1971, right? So this section addresses those individuals from Pakistan, that is from Bangladesh, that is East Pakistan, who have migrated into India between this date, right? So recently, Supreme Court has upheld the constitutional validity of this section 6A. Next, under which scheme Union Minister Piyush Goyal has recently launched the District Master Plan for 27 aspirational districts in the country. So, under which scheme it has been launched? It has been launched under Prime Minister Gati Shakti, right? And this is basically to enhance the logistics sector. Right, under this you will be seeing 27 aspirational districts in the country will be developed, and they will be completed in the next 3 years of the Prime Minister Gati Shakti National Master Plan. Also, he has announced that if this will be successful, then it will be expanded to over 750 aspirational districts in the coming next 1 to 2 years. Next is, which of the following are correct with respect to the President Draupadi Murmu's visit to Algeria, Mauritania, Malawi from 13th to 19th of October 2024? If we look at the options, option A and option B is right, C is wrong. C is saying that India is also one of the largest investors in Malawi with over $300 million worth of investment in various sectors. Right, take a note of this. Is it correct? No, India is one of the largest investors here, it is saying, right, with over $300 million worth of investment. No, it is not 300, but actually it is $500 million worth of investment in various sectors. Next, which of the recent, according to the recent World Lines report, India Digital Payment Report for the first half of 2024, the total number of transactions increased to 78.97 billion in the first half of 2024. So we are talking about UPI. We know that UPI has been a game changer for India. It was launched by NPCI. It was launched in 2017. UPI is your unified payment interface. Right, and we are seeing very large transactions in this, and it is a game changer for India's payment system. The major players here you will be seeing is Paytm, PhonePe, then your Google Pay, that is your GPay, right, and so on. Next, which country is the largest source of FDI in India according to the report, that is Census on Foreign Liabilities and Assets of Indian Direct Investment Equities for 23-24 by RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. So it is United States of America. USA is the largest source of FDI in India. That means in India, the largest source of FDI that is coming in India is from United States of America. Then it is followed by Mauritius, then Singapore, then United Kingdom. Also remember, in space sector, India has approved 100% FDI. Also, manufacturing sector in India is accounting for over 50% of the total FDI equity inflow that is coming. Next, who became the second woman from India and the 10th Indian to be inducted into the International Cricket Council's Hall of Fame in October 2024? So right option is Neetu Lawrence David. Right, former Indian spinner Neetu Lawrence David, along with South Africa's legendary cricketer ABD Villiers and the former Indian cricket captain Sir Alastair Nathan Cook, right, that is your S Cook, has N Cook or A N Cook were inducted into the ICC's Hall of Fame for the class of 2024. Right, for the class of 2024. With this, Alastair Cook, he is 113th. ABD Villiers is 114th. Sorry, I repeat. Alastair Cook is 113th. Neetu David is 114th. Neetu David is 114th. And ABD Villiers is 150th inductee here. Next is whose tenure as Registrar General has recently been extended up to the 4th of August 2026 by ECC. So Mrityunjay Kumar Narayan, correct? His tenure as Registrar General has been extended, correct? And it has been extended till 4th of August 2026. Earlier it was till 6th of December 2024, and now it has been extended till 4th of August 2024. Mrityunjay Kumar Narayan is a 1995 batch IAS officer from Uttar Pradesh cadre, and he will play a major role in the upcoming census of India, which was delayed multiple times since 2021, first because of COVID-19. Next, name the multi-target detonation device that was recently launched by the Chief of Army Staff General Upendra Dwivedi during the Army Commanders Conference in Gangtok, Sikkim. So, Agnyastra, right? This is the name of the multi-target detonation device. Correct? It was launched during the Army Commanders Conference that was held where? This location is also important. It was held in Gangtok, Sikkim. This Agnyastra was developed to address the critical operational needs in the military engagement. This system is equipped with various electronic controls, various microprocessors, various semiconductors, and high-end technology. Which company has recently collaborated with the Government of India to launch Scam Se Bacho campaign to tackle online scams and cyber frauds? So it is Meta, that was earlier known as Facebook, right? They have partnered with the Government of India to launch this Scam Se Bacho initiative. Which state in collaboration with Asian Development Bank has recently initiated a project Sustainable Wetland and Integrated Fisheries Transformation, that is SWIFT initiative, to restore 129 wetlands in the state. So which state it is? It is Assam. So in Assam state, 129 wetlands will be restored, and for this a program has been launched by the name SWIFT. It was launched along with Asian Development Bank, and here this SWIFT or this Asian Development Bank will be contributing 796.88 crore rupees to restore these 129 wetlands. Out of this, you will be seeing that 80% of the funding will be done by Asian Development Bank, and rest 20% of the funding will be done by the Assam state. Next, IMF, that is your International Monetary Fund, has retained India's GDP growth rate at dash for FY25 in its October 2024 World Economic Outlook. So IMF has retained the GDP growth rate at 7% for FY25 in their October 2024 World Economic Outlook, right? And this is for FY25. If we talk about for FY26, it is projected at 6.5% for our India. Next is who has recently won the 2024 Vadim Rossitian World Chess Masters Cup, which was held from 14th to 18th of October in London, UK. So Arjun Argesi, right, has recently won the title of the 2024 WR Chess Masters Cup that was held where? It was held in London, UK. It was held from 14th to 18th of October in London, UK. Next is which ministry has recently signed an MOU with 9 public sector banks and 1 private bank to support women entrepreneurs. So it is Ministry of Rural Development, right? It has signed an MOU with 9 public sector as well as 1 private bank to support the women entrepreneurs. So a total of 10 banks has been signed here. Also, this will promote the Lakpati Didi initiative, right, that was introduced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi to help rural women become financially independent. Next, who has recently been appointed as the Under Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs and Emergency Relief Coordinator, Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs. So, Tom Fletcher has been appointed as the Under Secretary General here. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Martin Griffiths. Next, who has recently won the title of the F1 US Grand Prix held in Texas, USA. So Charles Leclerc has won the F1 USA Grand Prix title. Charles Leclerc, he drives for Ferrari, right? And this marks the Charles Leclerc's 3rd title for this season. Earlier, he has won Italy Grand Prix as well as Monaco Grand Prix. Who headed the Indian parliamentary delegation at the 149th IPU Assembly held from 13th to 17th of October in Geneva, Switzerland. So, Om Birla ji, our Lok Sabha Speaker, he led the Indian delegation at this 149th IPU Assembly, correct, from 13th to 17th of October. Right, this was basically based on science and technology and various innovations related to it. Here, various new technologies was talked about, that how we will be proceeding ahead. And India here, or we can say Om Birla ji, has mentioned about the initiative of One Sun, One World, One Grid in relation to the climate change. Next, for which mission Indian Space Research Organization has recently acquired 2 400 kilogram satellite. So it is for space docking experiment. Docking is basically in space, these 2 satellites will be coming into contact. They will be joining together, right? So this is your docking experiment. This has been named as SPADX, that is your space docking experiment, for which two 400 kilogram satellites that are apart has been recently acquired by ISRO, and this will be the first such experiment that will be done by ISRO in space. Next, which state has recently celebrated Mera Hau Chongba festival? So it is Manipur where we observe this festival, Mera Hau Chongba festival, and this festival is an annual festival that is basically to increase or to strengthen the relationship between the indigenous communities that are living in hills and valley of Imphal. This event falls on the 15th lunar day of Mera month of the Meitei calendar. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to International Telecommunication Union World Telecommunication Standardization Assembly at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi? If we look at them, all the options A, B, C, all are correct here. Next, which ministry has recently launched the eSharam one-stop solution platform to enhance easier access to various social security schemes for unorganized workers? It is Ministry of Labor and Employment. This eSharam one-stop solution, this will act as a facilitator that will ensure that the unorganized workers, they can access the various government schemes easily and they can take the benefit out of it. Here unorganized workers are between 16 to 59 years of age that can register on this eSharam portal and take the benefit of various schemes. Next, who has recently been elected as the president of Vietnam? So Luong Kong has been appointed or elected as the president of Vietnam, and he will be succeeding To Lam. Next, which among the following countries have recently signed the Digital Infrastructure Growth Initiative for India framework, that is Digi framework, to strengthen the digital infrastructure development in India? So which among the following countries have signed this Digi framework? It is all three of them, USA, Japan and South Korea. They have signed this Digi framework that will strengthen the digital infrastructure in India. Here this framework has been signed between the Development Finance Corporation of USA, JBIC of Japan, that is Japan Bank for International Cooperation, and South Korea Exim Bank. Next, where was the Indian Navy recently launched their fourth nuclear powered ballistic missile submarine under the code name S4 Star? So where was this launched? It was launched at Vishakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. And remember, this S4, or we can say we started this S4 Star, follows the commission of INS Arighat. Right? This is the second submarine here of, that is your ballistic missile submarine. Correct? Then third is your INS Aridhaman. Which was the first? That was INS Arihant. Right? And this is the fourth nuclear powered ballistic missile, S4 Star. Next, ICG, that is your Indian Coast Guard, has launched the two fast patrol vessels, Adamya and Dash, that are built by the Goa Shipyard Limited. So, Adamya and Akshar, these are the two fast patrol vessels that has been launched by Indian Coast Guard that are built by Goa Shipyard Limited, and they contain more than 60% of the indigenous content. Next, who won the Mexico City Grand Prix that was held in Mexico? So who won it? It was won by Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz is from Spain. He drives for Ferrari and he has won this title now. Lando Norris of McLaren, he secured the second position here, right? And Charles Leclerc, he secured third position. He also drives for Ferrari. Next is in October, PM Narendra Modi recently launched the Karam Yogi Saptah, that is your National Learning Week, which was observed from 19th to 27th of October. Right? This is a week-long program, the aim of which is basically to make sure that the lifelong learning is there and skills are being provided to various central civil servants. Today's generation skills and the requirements in their job, that are the skills that are required in their job, are taught and enhanced to these individuals. Moving on, when was the first Asian Indian Cyber Police Dialogue held in October 2024? So where was this held? First Asian India Cyber Policy Dialogue held. It was held in which country? It was held in Singapore. Right, and this dialogue, as the name suggests, on cyber policing and cyber policy, it will talk about cyber threats, various cyber securities, various cyber strategies that will promote or that will protect the interest of people and that will reduce the number of cyber attacks that are going on. So students, that's all for the day. Now let's move to some revision part that will be very beneficial in your competitive exams. Next, in May, IRDAI has approved the appointment of whom as the chairman of the board of directors of ICICI Prudential Life Insurance Company Limited with effect from 30th of June 2024. So Sandeep Batra will be the new chairman of the board of directors of ICICI Prudential Life Insurance. He will replace whom? He will be replacing MS Ramachandran. Next is name the Indian diplomat who has recently retired from the service after serving as India's permanent representative to the United Nations in New York, USA from August 2022 to June 2024. She is, what is the right option? So Ruchira Kamboj, correct? And also she became the India's permanent representative to the United Nations in 2022, correct? And now she has retired from her position. Also, Ruchira Kamboj, she was an IFS officer of 1987 batch. Next, who has been recently elected as the 7th president of Iceland? Hela Thomasdóttir, right? He became the 7th president of Iceland. Oh, sorry, she became the 7th president of Iceland. She's a woman, right? And she became the 2nd woman president of Iceland. Next, who has been recently elected as the first woman president of United Mexican State, that is Mexico? Claudia Sheinbaum. She became the first woman president of Mexico, right? Next, who has been recently appointed as the Crown Prince of Kuwait by Sheikh Mashal Al Ahmad Al Sabah, the Emir of Kuwait? So, who is he? He will be Sheikh Sabah Khalid Al Ahmad Al Mubarak Al Sabah. He became the Crown Prince of Kuwait. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of PNB MetLife India Insurance Company Limited with effect from 1st of July 2024. So Sameer Bansal, right? He has been appointed as Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of PNB MetLife Insurance. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Ashish Srivastava. Next, name the former Cameroon Prime Minister who has recently been elected as the President of the 79th session of United Nations General Assembly. So Philemon Yang, right? Philemon Yang, he became the Prime Minister. He became the President of Cameroon, correct? Take a note of this. And he became the President. He is the President of Cameroon, and he became the President of the 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly. Take a note of this. Moving on. Who has been recently assumed the additional charge of the Director General of Employee State Insurance Corporation? So Kamal Kishore Sohn, right? He assumed the additional charge of the Director General of the Employee State Insurance Corporation. Next, who has recently sworn in as the new Chief Minister of Sikkim? Prem Singh Tamang, right? He has been sworn in as the new Chief Minister of the Sikkim state. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Chief Secretary of Andhra Pradesh? So Nirab Kumar Prasad, right? He was appointed as the Chief Secretary of Andhra Pradesh. She and Nirab Kumar Prasad, right? He will replace whom? He will be replacing K.S. Jawahar Reddy. Next, who has been recently appointed as the acting chairperson of the National Human Rights Commission of India following the retirement of the incumbent chairman Justice Arun Kumar Mishra on 1st of June 2024. So Vijaya Bharti Shani, right, has been appointed as the acting chairperson of NHRC, that is National Human Rights Commission of India, with effect from 2nd of June. She will take over from Justice Arun Kumar Mishra, who is the former Supreme Court judge. Next, who has been recently sworn in as the 18th Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, succeeding Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy. So, Chandrababu Naidu. He has been sworn in as the 18th Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh and he will succeed Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy, who served as the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh from 2019 to 2024. Next, who recently became the 15th Chief Minister of Odisha, succeeding Naveen Patnaik, who served as the Chief Minister of Odisha from the year 2000 to 2024. Mohan Charan Manjhi, right? He will replace Naveen Patnaik to be the 15th Chief Minister of Odisha state, and Naveen Patnaik also the longest serving Chief Minister of Odisha from 2000 to 2024. Also remember, he is the second longest serving Chief Minister of the combined states from India, right? If we take about India, he is the longest serving Chief Minister of India. Pawan Kumar Chamling, the 5-time Chief Minister of Sikkim, that is from 1994 to 2019, was the longest serving Chief Minister of India. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Director General of the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, that is FICCI. So, who has been appointed as the Director General of FICCI? So, Jyoti Vich. She has been appointed as the Director General of FICCI. Next, who has recently taken oath as the Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh? Pema Khandu, right? Taken oath as the Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh. Pema Khandu is of BJP party and this will be for the third consecutive time he has been appointed as the Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh. Then who is the Deputy Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh? Chawna May. Next, recently ACC has appointed whom as the National Security Advisor of India and Dash as appointed as the Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So if we talk about the National Security Advisor, that is our NSA, Ajit Doval sir, and who has been appointed as the Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister, P.K. Mishra. So right option here becomes option 1, Ajit Doval as the National Security Advisor and P.K. Mishra as the Chief Secretary or Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister. Next, who has been recently appointed as the President of South Africa? So, Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa has been appointed as the President of South Africa. Next, name the personality who has been recently appointed as the Global Goodwill Ambassador of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. So, Theo James has been appointed as the Global Goodwill Ambassador of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Dhan Lakshmi Bank Limited. So, Ajit Kumar KK has been appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Dhan Lakshmi Bank Limited. And Ajit Kumar KK will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding J.K. Sivan. Next, name the shipbuilding company that was recently chosen to build the DRDO research vessel with a deal approximately 500 crore rupees. It is GRSC, Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited. And the contract here is worth 500 crore rupees. Take a note of this. Next, name the IoT-enabled integrated generator monitoring and control system that was recently launched by Indian Army. It is Vidyut Rakshak, right? This, remember, it was launched by Vice Chief of Army Staff and he is Lieutenant General Upendra Dwivedi at that time, right? And he launched this Vidyut Rakshak and this was developed by whom? It was developed by the Army Design Bureau. And this Vidyut Rakshak, this is IoT enabled, that is Internet of Things enabled integrated generator monitoring and control system. Next, in June, the 8th edition of the maritime exercise was held between Indian Navy and Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force at Japan. So what is the name of that exercise? It is JIMEX. JIMEX here stands for Japan India Maritime Exercise, right? And this is the 8th edition of the JIMEX exercise that was held in Japan. Next, Indian Navy recently launched Dash MCA barge at Vinayaga Marine Petrol Limited, Maharashtra, which was built by Seacon Engineering Limited. So what is the name of that MCA barge? It is LSAM 13, Yard 81. Right, this is the name of that MCA barge. Correct, that was developed by Seacon Engineering Limited. Next, the Indian Navy has received India's first indigenous man-portable suicide drone Dash, which is designed and developed by Economics Explosive Limited. So what is the name of it? It is Nagastra 1. This is the name of the India's first indigenous man-portable suicide drone. Right, so this is a drone. We can say this is a UAV. Right, we can say it? No, because UAV is unmanned aerial vehicle. It is a suicide drone, so we will call it as a UCAV. Right, that is unmanned combat aerial vehicle, because it will be used for the defense purpose or it will be used for your attacking purpose. Next, name the intercontinental ballistic missile that was recently tested by United States Air Force Global Strike Command and US Space Force Guardians from the Vandenberg Space Force Station in California, USA. So what is the name of that intercontinental ballistic missile? It is named as Minuteman 3. Right, take a note of this. Moving on, which company has recently secured DRDO's contract to develop underwater launched unmanned aerial vehicle? So which is that company that has secured the DRDO's contract for this underwater unmanned aerial vehicle? This is Sagar Defense Engineering Private Limited. This is the company, right? And this is Pune, Maharashtra based company that has received the contract from DRDO for this unmanned underwater launched aerial vehicle. Next, which company has recently received a request for proposal from the Ministry of Defense for 156 Prachand light combat helicopters worth 45,000 crore rupees? It is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, that is HAL. Correct? And the estimate cost for 156 Prachand light combat helicopters will be 45,000 crore rupees. Next, which country has recently launched Unmanned System Forces, the world's first military force dedicated to harnessing the power of unmanned warfare? It is Ukraine. Right? Ukraine is the country that has launched Unmanned System Forces, that is the world's first military force dedicated to harnessing the power of unmanned warfare. Next, which of the following forces has recently launched the first skin bank facility in New Delhi for advanced care of the personals and families? All those army personals, because of any attack or any incident, if their skin is get damaged, right, to help them, Armed Force Medical Services, AFMS, they have set up this in their facility. This new skin bank has been set up, right, at their headquarters at AFMS. Skin bank, this is the first of its kind skin bank facility in New Delhi. Question asked is that which force has launched this? It has been launched by Indian Army. And where is this located? At the headquarters of Armed Force Medical Service. Next, which of the following has recently signed an MOU with the Military College of Telecommunication Engineering to advance collaboration in next generation wireless technologies for the Indian Army? It is what? What is the right option here? It is Society for Applied Microwave Electronics Engineering and Research, that is SAMEER. Next, which institute has recently received Nelson Mandela Award for Health Promotion for 2024 from World Health Organization during the 77th World Health Assembly held in Geneva, Switzerland. So first thing, where was the 77th edition of the World Health Assembly held? It was held in Geneva, Switzerland. Next is that name that institution that has received this Nelson Mandela Award for Health Promotion. It is National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences in Bengaluru, Karnataka. They have received this Nelson Mandela Award for Health Promotion. Correct? Take a note of this. Next, which organization has recently won the United Nations World Summit on Information Society 2024 Champion Award at the WSIS Plus 20 Forum that was held in Geneva, Switzerland? So again, where was this WSIS Plus 20 Forum held? It was held in Geneva, Switzerland. And which organization has won the United Nations World Summit on Information Society's Champion Award? It was won by CDOT, that is Center for Development of Telematics. Correct. This award was given for the project Mobile Enabled Disaster Resilience through Cell Broadcasting Emergency Alert. Correct. And this is this basically Mobile Enabled Disaster Resilience. This project was basically in order to make sure that during a disaster, when the your mobile towers does not work and there is no connection, during that time a broadcast emergency message can be sent through your mobile. For that project, CDOT was awarded with this Champion Award. Next, who has been recently named the ENY World Entrepreneur of the Year 2024? So Valian Subaiya has been named as the EY, that is Ernst and Young World Entrepreneur of the Year 2024. Next, name the sports personalities who has recently won Dilip Bose Lifetime Achievement Award from AITA, that is All India Tennis Association. He will be Narsing. They will be Narsing and Rohini Lokhande. Right? They have recently won the Dilip Bose Lifetime Achievement Award from All India Tennis Association. Correct? Take a note of this. Next, 4 Indian companies were featured among the top 100 in Cantor Brands 2024 list of the world's most valuable global brands. Which company retained the first position globally for the third consecutive time? So we are talking about globally. It is Apple that has secured the first position globally for the third consecutive time. Right? This data was released by Cantor's. Right, Cantor's brand. They have released this report and it is about the 2024 world's most valuable brands globally. Here if we talk about Apple, they have retained the first position with and they became also the first brand to surpass a valuation of $1 trillion. Correct. Next. Okay, in this only remember Indian rank of TCS, that is Tata Consultancy Service, it was at 46th position. Then HDFC Bank, they were on 47th position. Next is which organization was recently honored with the Best Conduct of Business Regulator Award in the Asia Pacific region during the Asian Banker Summit 2024 in Hong Kong? It is SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India. Right, this is the organization that was recently honored with the Best Conduct of Business Regulator Award in Asia Pacific region during the Asian Banker Summit in Hong Kong. Next, the Executive Board of Sahitya Academy announced a list of 24 recipients of its Bal Sahitya Puraskar and 23 winners of their Yuva Puraskar for the year 2024. So 24 for Bal Sahitya Puraskar and 23 winners of Yuva Puraskar. Question asked here is the winners of Bal Sahitya Puraskar and Yuva Puraskar will receive the cash reward of how much amount? So they will be receiving a cash reward of 50,000 rupees. Next, name the renowned filmmaker who has been honored with the V. Shantaram Lifetime Achievement Award at the 18th Mumbai International Film Festival. So Subaiya Nalamuthu. Correct, he is a very famous renowned filmmaker and he has been honored with this V. Shantaram Lifetime Achievement Award during the 18th edition of MIFF, that is Mumbai International Film Festival, and it is the 18th edition that was held recently. Next, name the Indian who has been named as the Land Hero by United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification on the occasion of World Day to Combat Desertification and Drought, that was on 17th of June. So Siddesh Sakore, right, he has been named as the Land Hero, right, and this was basically for his efforts to prevent desertification. Next, according to Kroll's Celebrity Brand Valuation Report of 2023, who has been recognized as India's most valued celebrity with a brand value of $227.9 million. So he will be Virat Kohli, right? He is the most valued celebrity with $227.9 million of brand value. Next, also one more thing, remember this was the 9th edition of the Kroll's Celebrity Brand Valuation Report. Next, who has recently become the first Indian to be honored with the Nelson Mandela Lifetime Achievement Award of South Africa for contribution to children's cinema? He will be Vinod Gantara. Right? Vinod Gantara, take a note of this. Right? He's a very famous filmmaker and editor from Gujarat, and he became the first Indian to be honored with Nelson Mandela Lifetime Achievement Award, correct, and this was for his contribution to children's cinema. Then he was conferred with this award during the 7th edition of the Nelson Mandela Children's Film Festival that was held in Johannesburg in South Africa. And Nelson Mandela International Day, when do we observe this? It is observed on 18th of July. Next, Dash won the 2024 One World Media Press Freedom Award, that is an annual award presented by One World Media, a United Kingdom based non-profit organization. So Bilan Media, this is Somalia's first only women news team. They have won this One World Media Press Freedom Award during the 36th edition of the One World Media Award ceremony held in United Kingdom. This Bilan, with this award, it became the first Somalian media team to receive this honor. This will also promote the women journalists in Somalia. Next, which bank has recently received national award from PFRDA for maximum enrollment under Atal Pension Yojana? So which is that bank? It is Karnataka Vikas Gramin Bank. They have received the award, right, from PFRDA for the maximum enrollment in under this Atal Pension Yojana. Next, name the city that has recently become India's first UNESCO City of Literature. It is Kozhikode. Kozhikode is the UNESCO City of Literature, right? And if we talk about Gwalior, it is the UNESCO City of Music. Kozhikode, it is the UNESCO City of Literature. Next, which of the following Indian city has been recently recognized as the World Craft City by the World Craft Council? So it is Srinagar. It has been recognized as the World Craft City.